Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I will be making elevators for this episode, and I hope you watch this till the end, because you would make a working elevator, with contraptions obviously. Elevators contain transportations. By the way, I will show you my menu and loading screen. I made that from last tutorial, please go watch it if you haven't, link will be in the description. So as you can see, we went to a different location. Click add, then, add a conveyor. I will show you all of the transportations in the game. I know I've told you conveyors transport other objects in tutorial number 4, button contraptions. Pretty much, that episode teaches you all about button contraptions. Add a teleport pad. Teleport pads doesn't actually transport you, but they move you in a different location. So that's transporting, I guess. I'm not sure. But delete these, because there is one more transportation. Add a moving part. Moving parts are also transportations, since they can bring different objects at a different location. Moving parts are what we will use for elevators today in this tutorial. This might be a little tricky to understand, but this is really important when you make obbies or games. Change the activation type to button activated because we will use contraptions, and also add one more floor to test out later. Resize and design the moving part if you want. I forgot that you also need to change the easing style of the moving part to sigmoid to make it move much smoother, because it gets a really clean animation. Design the walls. Duplicate the moving part and resize to make walls. Also make the elevator ceiling. Resize the right wall a bit, this will be the placement for the elevator buttons. We should duplicate the small wall and place it to the left. Select the two small walls and duplicate them. Place them at the second floor. Add another moving part, we will make the elevator doors. Make sure to resize it and place it in front of the elevator. Change the easing style to sigmoid. And move time to at least 2. You can also change the material if you want. Change the reverse function to false. Also change the activation type to button activated. Clone it. You can use rotation to easily make the other elevator door. We will move it by resizing again. Remember that it is easier to move moving parts by resizing, if we want a much simpler task to follow the base of an object. Clone the two doors and place them at the second floor. You can easily select the two doors while holding Ctrl and left Shift, then, you click Clone. Add a button. We will now make the elevator button that can be seen outside the elevator. Also, did you know in data, you can change the shape of a part? Well, we want to change it to a cylinder. Let's edit the button's appearance first. I will cut this part. That is the button, I duplicated it. I had to zoom it because you might not see. Now, for the fun part. Contraptions. I know, you might get confused with this part, but I will explain it as best as I can. So, it is okay whether you use either fall contraptions or conveyor contraptions. But for me, I will just use conveyor contraptions so it will be much easier to explain. We will start with the simple form of the conveyor and the blocking walls, one is at the start, and one is at the end. Let's add a button real quick and place it in the middle of the walls. Make it a button wall. Go to the behavior of the button. Then, set the button type to activate parts. This is because we want the elevator doors to open when the elevator button is clicked. Set player activated to false and push block activated to true. Remember, when you make contraptions, and you make buttons, you always have to make them push block activated. Because, we always use a push block for contraptions. Let's click Edit now, and select the two doors. Why is the left door kind of large? Well, that was strange. Okay, now. Let's add a push block and always make sure to place it at the very start. Resize it. Oh, I forgot the button to be collided to false. Sorry for that mistake. Let's move the last blocking wall a bit. And let's go to the elevator button. Go to the behavior of the button, and set the button type to parts invisible, because we want to make the start wall invisible. Set the time to 0. Add a click radius of probably, like 20. There are a ton of functions that you will learn about on the future episodes. Next episode will have the activation types. Now, let's click Edit on the button and select the Start Blocking Wall, click Confirm. Edit the black part of the button and change the time to 0. This might be useless, but it's just for that no people would know that there's a black button. So now let's test to see if it works, and when we click on the button, the elevator doors open. You might wonder, Genilo, why doesn't the elevator doors come back? Well, we turned reverse to false, but you will see later why. So let's get back to the tutorial. I forgot something. Unselect these two elevator doors from the button wall. Edit the button, then, unselect the first blocking wall. Sorry if this is an error. Actually change the button type to activate parts, then instead. we will be selecting the elevator doors. Do not delete the contraption though, we will need that later. So now, if we try, it's pretty much better. Because, if we used one-time use contraptions, then, they can open only once. Just doing a test for you guys. Do the same thing on the second floor, I will just list what to do then explain again. Now that's done, let's test it out. That pretty much works. Now, let's clone the green button and place it inside the elevator, just at the wall. We will be making up and down buttons now. Let me design the button first, I will be right back. So I finished the button and it looks amazing. Let's go to the behavior, now, this will actually need contraptions. So, the button type should be parts invisible since it will destroy the start blocking wall. Click Edit, then, select the start blocking wall, always click Confirm once you do that. Edit the button wall and resize it a bit. Click Edit, then, select the elevator doors again, because, the doors still need to close once we click the button because its reverse function is false. Change the time function of the up button to 1, because we will use a many time use contraption. Also, edit the button then clone it, place it next to the end blocking wall. And after that, delete the end blocking wall, we will replace that later with a respawn part. Edit the second button wall, then click Edit, select the whole elevator, the buttons and the elevator doors are not included. Only the base of the elevator. Add a fading part, this will be the fading wall, or, the timer. Place it in between the button walls, this is because we need an exact amount of time before activating the next button wall. Resize it to make it a wall. Go to the fading wall and set the fade time to at least 1 and hidden time to at least 0.5, the hidden time is wrong, I will change it later. Add a respawn part and place it at the end of the contraption, make it a respawn wall. Always put these kind of parts when you make many time use contraptions. Set respawn push parts to true, or else this will not be considered as a many time use. Anyways, please watch the 4th episode if you haven't, or, you will get confused in this tutorial. Anyways, let's go test. And it actually works, that is so cool. We have to change something though. We need to go to the up button and change count enabled to false. We need to move the respawn wall a bit further, and we need to resize the conveyor a bit like this. Also, this guy went in my obby while recording, I should have banned all players. Select the whole elevator by holding Ctrl+L Shift to select individually. Set reverse to false. Clone the fading wall, then place it next to the second button wall. Change the fade time function to at least 5. Clone the second button wall, then place it next to the second fading wall, this will be the third button wall. Click Edit, then select the elevator doors on the second floor. Click Confirm after. Let's test. That clearly works. Bro, there's kind of an error to the elevator. Wait, I know sometimes Obby Creator just bugs for no reason with buttons. Edit the third button wall. You should unselect the elevator, because this will bring it back down once you made it to the next floor. Now let's test. I hope this works greatly. It's fixed now, but wait, it's not finished yet. Do not be too excited. Edit the up button, clone it, then place it at the second floor. Now, we will make the down button. Rotate the down button 180 degrees to the Z angle, so it would look like it's facing down. Make an area of the contraption and clone it, place it anywhere. Okay, so, in this point, everything selected by the button walls will be the opposite, it's like flipped, but the down button will still activate the first blocking wall of the second contraption. I will still show you the clip how I did it. I will not cut this part so that you guys can see what I did. I'ma talk again later. Okay, so now that I'm done, let's test what we did with the menu screen. Alright, let's go. That actually looks so cool. This is a very great tutorial. I enjoyed doing this with you guys. Comment down below if you thought this is also cool. Anyways, if you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it. And, next tutorial will be all about prompts and activation types. Stay tuned for that video, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Peace.